I think we're at around 140 leads in a month and a half compared to, before. I think just doing my own ads, and I've tried Angie and networks and those type of things. So it's well outperformed them. Just number of leads is a big thing, but also just, I guess, the quality of a lot of those leads. It's, people actually looking for fence and not just people kicking tires, I guess. So the leads have been good. A lot of leads, and I guess, cost wise is something we always look at. So I mean, if you look at like Angie's or some of those, what I may have been paying, per lead was much higher than compared to now.
Awesome, man. Yeah, how many jobs have you closed so far? Do you know?
I think we've through there and in the app and everything, I think it's 13 now, for around $90,000.
Of course, I was doing some Angie's leads and had the SEO stuff through my website, but kind of felt like it was kind of to the point where I needed to do something serious, whatever I was going to do, and came across you guys. All the people are ready to go. They're serious about it, and they're not afraid to pay someone what they're worth. Yeah, since working with y'all, I think the total amount of leads that have came in is it's over 150, just in a couple of months' time.
And do you know how many closed jobs with us? Or
I was looking at it this morning, it's around 15, I think.
Have mostly just kind of relied on word of mouth and people calling us off the website or off the internet. So we have a lot of leads now, probably more than we can even manage. And I definitely know there's a difference, because last year during the fall, we were kind of looking for work or taking any job we can. And now we probably have too many jobs. Like I said, we're booked and probably booking into the spring and have a couple big jobs already lined up. So
awesome. And you guys have a couple crews too booked out, right?
we do, yes. Yep. And we've used you guys to help with hiring, which has been great. We'll probably do that again in the spring, just because we're a seasonal company. So yeah, that's great. I would say just try it. I know it seems expensive at first, but you're going to fill your calendar and it'll pay for itself 10 times over. Like I said, we've done probably 200 estimates, I feel like.
I'm here with our client Seth out of Michigan. They did, I think, just over 9 million last year with Justice Fence.
You seeing all your guys' content, it obviously in our industry, it's like we feel like we're number one in our area, right? So it's like you want to be with somebody that wants to help make that happen. Flip the switch, and it was like, we got this water pipe, and then it was like just burst open, with leads.
So got up with you guys, started running the ads. The lead flow was pretty substantial compared to what we had traditionally had. We stayed stacked with leads, but probably going out and meeting with customers estimates 1 to 2 times a day. Now we're probably closer to about 5 to 7 estimates a day.
The money was there, but it just wasn't consistent. We would have slow periods in the wintertime, and I was getting tired of that. I wanted to maintain our crews, be able to keep them steady and keep us steady as well.
We're very skeptical. As we were driving over for the meeting with Laomi, there was a lot of discussion about, how do we back him out of this? Just worried that we were maybe in over our heads. And nothing could be further from the truth. Once we listened to what you guys had to say, we quickly realized that we needed to try this, and that Alec made a really smart move, and we are not disappointed at all. Very pleased with the outcome. I would say on a good week, we maybe during our busy time would do maybe 1 or 2 estimates a week. And we of our own. Yeah, we did have the Lowe's stuff that we were more dedicated to. And we have a great close rate, but we were just kind of more in the mode of Lowe's. And once Alec kind of pushed and said, let's look at this. Now today, Scott and I are going to be out. We've got 6, I think, fence quotes to go do. So, and we're just targeting certain areas a day, just to try to manage, trying to book as many as we can in a day to maximize our time, because in a week's time now, I think this week we will have had maybe 10 or 12 remeasures that we've done this week, and next week's looking to be even busier. So, and we're just at the beginning of our spring. It's going to be nice today, but crazy. Risk it. You can't. I can't imagine somebody failing with the tools that you guys put in place. It's a no-brainer.
Definitely pays off.
Huge. Probably 2-3 calls a week from Yelp or whatever to about 15-20 calls a week.
Basically started with word of mouth before Patrick and Angie's, and it was sustainable, but it wasn't where I wanted to be. And so yeah, hired Patrick. He started running my ads for me and been crushing it. We did 54 leads the first week, and now I'm booked up till like June of this year. 3-5 leads a day just from the ads, 1 to 3 from the Google guarantee. I paused Angie because I mean they pay per lead, so it's like $80 a lead. It's crazy. So I don't even use them anymore. Just you really.
Okay.
Before you guys, we were sending like $30,000 to $40,000 in estimates a month. Now we're doing like 200 plus in estimates. We're closing a good amount. So
Yeah.
I had to hire more people because of Patrick, and then probably I'm trying to get a flatbed and then hire 2 more people because the lead times are so far out that I've lost 2 jobs because I'm too far booked out and they don't want to wait that long.
Right. Yes. Now you got to hire some more people so you can fill it.
Yeah.
Good problem to have, right?
Yeah. No, it's been nothing but a great time. I mean, it was super overwhelming with 54 leads the first week. Like I didn't even know what to do. I'm like, oh my God. And then, so I reached out to Patrick telling him, I'm a little overwhelmed. Instantly helped me out, showed me the best way to like reach out to everybody. And anytime I had a problem within minutes, you hopped on a Zoom call, we were figuring stuff out. And so that was huge. Like that's what made me really appreciate you guys is helping out whenever I need help.
Gave you guys a call, talked to you guys, everything seemed legit. Signed up with you guys, and then within the first 24 hours got my first leads coming in, and that's when I knew. I was like, all right, Patrick and these guys, they know what they're doing. This is legit. So followed up with my leads right away. Everything was good. They were strictly leads that came only to me. And then like now 3 months later, got 100 some leads that have came in. I got like 60 estimates that are out right now. Still following up on some other leads. Got over 10 jobs that have been closed so far. And I got over 950,000 in estimates out right now. So it's crazy.
So when I first found out about you guys, I actually seen you on Facebook, and we did decent business, but my problem was keeping a steady list of leads coming through so that it gave me enough people to be able to call back and price fences. And it was kind of up and down like a roller coaster. We'd have busy times and we'd have slow times. And as far as having a ton of leads, we get tons of leads. I'd say we've probably got at least maybe 100 people coming in a month.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we're probably doing at least 60 to 70 estimates each month.
Yeah.
And it could be more than that. And again, this is a slow time of the year. The springtime, we can only imagine it's probably going to be crazy when spring comes around. We've had around 19 signed contracts. A lot of those jobs we have completed. Some of them we're still getting to them in our schedule. But over the last 2 months, I know we have at least 19 contracts that we've sold. And we've got a lot of pending estimates that I've got a pretty good feeling on too that should be coming through within about the next week or two. If you're ready to take things to the next level and be busier, and you're tired of having slow periods and being unsure if you're going to have enough leads coming in the following weeks, having Patrick for marketing is definitely going to help
build your amount of leads and give you a little bit more confidence to know that you're not going to have slow times.
Okay, I'm here with our client Sam out of Virginia that has 4 fence crews, right?
Yes, sir. I liked it. You know, I really do. I just received 3 appointments just what is on the day of today. I received 3 now. My secretary is gonna call them and schedule appointments for next week because we pretty booked up for today and tomorrow. You know, we kept on giving estimates, and then we had like 3 customers like that.
Yeah,
You
that just
know,
called you
especially
back.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, from previous quotes, since
Yeah.
I remember it was the 3rd quote, the 3rd lead you sent me. It was
okay,
called Real Matheson. I don't forget his name.
okay,
And then another one, as soon as I signed the first one, the first job,
yeah,
like 3 more in a row signed.
yeah,
It was just break that wall, man. As soon as you
Yeah.
break that wall, you got into it, and then you keep on going, and then you getting referrals, getting a lot of people recommending you to another friends, and that's what I've been having. I didn't see myself on that point, and this is just the beginning. Then yeah, man, honestly, I'm really happy with what you have, how you have helped us. I don't have words to say how happy I am with the service you have provided us. You know, I'm really happy. I'm excited. I'm eager for more.
I think we've had close to 50 leads we've gotten in the 30 days. We've got around 8 closed jobs out of those leads so far. I haven't talked to everybody yet. It's just way too many.
And all the setup, the ads, everything went in, especially with the Google. I mean, it just blew up. It literally blew up. We went from building, doing some repairs of 50 feet, 60 feet, maybe a gate or 2 here and there, to literally projects that are 1,700, 5,000 feet worth of fence. We were going from projects that are like $200-300 to multiple projects that are way over $20,000 mark. Not only by that, I personally think like I got an education on how to market myself also through the sessions. Boom, 1 week we had 12 of them come in. The week right after that, boom, another almost 20 of them come in. So it just kind of a pattern that's repeating itself. And right now I can very, 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 very safely say that we're booked out for like 3 crews booked out for the next 3 months. And I have enough appointments. I can't even get to him for 3 weeks. So that's how much leads is generating, and it's very, very exciting to see the future.
You and your team is very hands-on, which is really great. We have a weekly call for you, with you. Yeah, we're getting a lot of leads very consistently. I think another thing we like about working with you guys is you only work with fence companies and you work with multiple fence companies. So you can leverage things that are working well in different markets, as far as campaign and strategy and stuff like that. And you really understand the fence side of what it means to market, to sell fences, not just, someone who runs all types of ads for various different companies. The biggest thing is you got to just find someone you trust, and Patrick and Naomi are very trustworthy. They're awesome to work with. And they have a lot of tools that you don't get from a lot of other just general digital marketers. You guys do the inner circle once a week. You have your own CRM. We use our own CRM, but your CRM is pretty awesome if people don't have that. So there's tons of value there.
Sure.
And then just sharing strategies, even, we've had lots of conversations, even just about how to get people to respond, and gone back and forth on different scripts and templates that we've been running. And so they're great to work with. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, so we've closed 3 jobs so far. I think the total, I think it's like around 15 grand, 3 jobs. I don't know how long we've even been doing this.
I was gonna say,
Uh,
yeah, maybe like a couple, maybe like a week or 2 weeks.
maybe 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
It's been fun. It's been good. It's been a good experience so far.
So before we were averaging about $200 to $250 per estimate. Um, you know, and that's with no marketing. And now with the marketing, we're averaging about $70 to $100 per estimate, but with marketing, we're averaging it's right around that $130 to $150 per estimate.
And closing more jobs.
And we're closing way more jobs.
Yeah.
So we're spending less and closing more because they've been vetted before we got there. So before, sometimes we're trying to hit them back with questions or trying to confirm contracts, 7 to 10 days. Now we're closing contracts most of the time within 24 hours because they were vetted before we even got there. And so we're just reaching more customers. And it's amazing because, sure, we'll get that word of mouth that customer says, hey, you did our friend's fence over here and we've seen your ad and it keeps popping up on my Facebook. And so we figured it just keeps reminding me, hey, I needed to get a new fence. And so we've reached out to you. And so it's amazing to go out to some of these customers and they're like, oh, we've seen your ads. I clicked on it one time and now I see it all the time.
Yeah.
It does take money, but that money comes back, with the accepted contracts. So sure, it may seem like it's a lot of money up front, but at the end of the day, those closed contracts, it pays itself back pretty quick. But even in those slow periods, it's not because the system's not working. And I think that was one thing that we really had to take in as well is, that week that maybe we only had 5 to 10 calls, but the week before we had 40 to 50 calls. It's like, okay, just let the process work. It's going to keep going. It may not be the marketing system that's not working. It's just the customer base is maybe not ready to spend the money right at that moment. And so, you just have to follow the process. After 9 months, we're doing more throughput. We've got more customers than ever, more locations, and we've just grown almost 200% this year by utilizing your guys' system because we just let it work. And the last thing I would say is, although the system itself may not be as readable to the business owner, you have to look at the picture from a big picture perspective. So while customers may not always click on the Facebook ad, you have to look at our website contact page has been crazy. Our contacts through our website have been 300% and 400% this year. And it wasn't because they just found us through Google, like searched us. It was because they seen our ad 3 times on Facebook. And although they didn't click on it, now they're ready to get a fence and they remember seeing the ad. And so that correlation was the ad was doing its job, but it may not have come through the ad system, and that's we're just every day we're grateful, but every day I wake up in the morning and I mean we get requests from 2 o'clock in the morning to midnight sometimes.
Yeah.
And sure, like you just you take one day at a time, and I this morning actually I think I woke up to 4 requests before 6 o'clock this morning.
Right.
And so my phone was going off at the gym when I was trying to listen to music, and it's just with the new leads coming in. And so it does work. You just have to let it work.